You'll see that again once I get another record. I can't see what I'm doing. Yeah, it's a nice run. There's some things I kind of like do. It's almost like instinct, you know. Like those last movements to the other things where it was like literally just there was no pause between screens. I wasn't even thinking that. That's just one of those things. It's like you move and then you move again. Because it's just it's muscle memory. If I could do that throughout the whole game, it would look like a fucking task. Unfortunately, for humans generally, especially my dumbass, that's kind of hard to do. Oh. I almost want to run freaking Super Sleuth again. I kind of hate this any percent run. It's pretty boring. It's literally just going one room to the next, to the next, and to the next, and that's about it. Hitting certain triggers. Super Sleuth is actually a lot more fun because you see more of the game. But that game is the opposite. That run is the opposite of this. Where there's so many minute details you need to remember. It's just, it's rather overwhelming. That's essentially the titular 100% category for this. This game doesn't go by a point system like other adventure games do. Like something like that, you know? I'm like not thinking about it. My fingers are just kind of moving. Interesting. I think you see that kind of like with Super Mario Brothers runners. They do those one frame trickets, single frame tricks. Nice. I looked at the wrong eyes. Also, I turned the sound off again. Come on. Ah. This is seriously pissing me off. I'm literally just warming my hands up right now. They're cramping up. Or they're not cramping, they're just like God, not even my house gets this cold. Just play something else. I'll think about that while I run. Continue to play those. There we go. Okay, so I need to start holding enter at like a couple seconds before it, just so that like second and a half it takes for it to. Well, it's about a second and a half second. I don't know. For it to actually start like repeating properly. Also look up, you idiot. It's such a pain in the ass to get the movement into the doorways properly. I can't downplay how difficult that is to get perfectly every time. That was fucking terrible. It's terrible. This is gonna be way late. This is even worth continuing. No way that's gonna be a record. There's also a text box in every new area that you go to, and you have to essentially ascend or you have to skip them by hitting enter. And it's really annoying. Not as bad as some games like King's Quest 2, for example. They're very intrusive in that game. I need to practice that movement. There's movements like Act 4, where I wait for Ethel. I've made sure to master that movement. Same thing with this right there. Whoops. That was a late split. I should also move Laura up a little bit for this movement right here. Good pace. All right, here we go. I can't even type. Like, literally, my fucking hands are so cold. Oh, boy. Well, That's a record at least, but that could have been a sub 4 if I was just typing properly. Oh, but at least got rid of that stupid Gertie cutscene. I'm minus 11.3 off that split just because of the waiting there. It's stupid. Hey, thanks. Appreciate it. Oh my good god. I need like a bucket filled with hot water next to me. I can just stick my hands in and go pull them out. Anyways, I can watch the entirety of the ending this time because I'm probably not going to run this again. I'll probably jump over to something else. Oh, you do? Oh, I was going to ask if anyone had ever played those. Assuming I actually do have 4 viewers and they're not just you, Anurag, and some view bots. Weren't very good at them. Well, if you want to get Super Sleuth, is really, I mean, if you don't know exactly what you need for Super Sleuth, it is so freaking cryptic that you just... It's really, it's hard to really get that. For the most part, you really just need... There's just a lot of like minute things that if you were trying to go through it, you wouldn't think to do. Like one thing primarily is getting fingerprints off of things. Like there's I think 6 items you need to get fingerprints off of. This one I'm going to get absent-minded. There. Are the animations supposed to play at the speed of light? SCI 0 is tied to a speed setting. So it's literally, if you press plus and minus, it increases the frame rate. Because unlike, there's, I believe it's cycle based rather than tied to, fucking Quan knows. He's told me this so many times and I still don't fucking 100% get it. But essentially what I mean is that it's dependent upon how fast your computer is. So if I were to play this on a native Windows 98 PC or even a native DOS PC or even a computer that's running FreeDOS, like a modern PC, like my laptop right here, if I had FreeDOS put on, it would run this fast. Literally to a point, or 100%. And I can slow it down by pressing plus or minus, and that will literally slow the game down. Right now, basically, what I'm saying is that it's 100% unthrottled. So it's going out fast, how it's going to be. Kind of like the Fire and Clouds MM6 party creation, exactly like that. If you play it on DOSBox and you set it to a lower cycle setting, you're essentially throttling it. You're slowing it down artificially. This is just... We had a discussion. Quan's gone into it. He's done a lot of research. In fact, this emulator ScumVM, which is... if you were to download it directly off of the website, it would not run this fast because they purposely throttled it for casual play. He's gone through and done timings for native versus FreeDOS versus DOSBox max cycles, and he's come down to it being, for these games to be this fast for speedrunning purpose. And I'll tell you this, the way that it's running right now is exactly how I remember playing it a long time ago when I got the King's Quest collection in '97. It included